You're watching Carlyle's Picks.
My name is Tim Phillip. I'm the product manager for sports cars for Jaguar North America, and we are looking at the XKR-S GT. Making its world debut here at the New York Auto Show. It's a very limited production model. There's only going to be 30 made worldwide, 25 are coming to the United States and 5 for Canada. Very exclusive car, $174,000. Not cheap, but when you think about what you're getting with this car, 550 horsepower, 502 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds, 186 miles an hour, and this car has been completely redone underneath. The deal with this car is you can drive it to the racetrack, take it to a track day, to a club event, drive it all day on the track, and then drive it home. It's kind of like the ultimate grand touring car. All new suspension underneath, 2-inch wider front track. You can see all these carbon fiber aero add-ons. They're all functional. The dive planes, the extended front splitter, the wing on the back, the diffuser. There's an aluminum under tray. It all contributes over 300 pounds of downforce at its top speed. New forged wheels for lightweight. Carbon ceramic brakes, 15.7-inch rotors on front, massive rotors, 6-piston calipers. The carbon ceramic brakes give you just basically endless stopping power on the racetrack. And they're also lighter, saves about 40 pounds of unsprung weight, so the car feels even better. Quicker steering ratio. Basically, we took a lot of what we learned from a new F-Type sports car and added it onto the XK to really create the ultimate version of the XK. This is pretty much the pinnacle of the XK range. Like I said, only 25 are coming to the US. We've already sold 3 and the show just opened yesterday. So this car is getting a really great reception here. It's a 5-liter supercharged V8. Because it's supercharged, it means the throttle response is instantaneous. Off-the-line acceleration is brutal, but really it's the in-gear acceleration. When you're accelerating down that straightaway on the racetrack, going to thirds, fourth gear, the acceleration just never stops. I've had an RS up to 175 miles an hour, and you feel like you can just go on forever so long as you have the room. It is an unbelievable engine.
And what about adjustability, suspension settings? Can you lift the front?
Yeah, so the car actually features a twin spring racing style setup from Eibach, and then adjustable ride height dampers. So you can actually set the car up for the street if you want and raise the ride height a little bit, but if you're going to spend all your time on the racetrack, you can just drop it down to the ground for better handling, more grip, better airflow underneath the car.
And can you do that on the go, or you have to stop and do it?
You got to stop and do it. Yeah,
okay.
but
And what is it?
it's a you have to just pull out a wrench, make a couple of adjustments.
Oh, okay, so it is.
But yeah, one of the great things about this car is when a customer purchases this car, we actually include 2 days of driver instruction with this car.
Wow.
On-track driver instruction. We'll teach you how to make the adjustments, when to make the adjustments, how to set the car up for your track day, for the racetrack. So we have a great driving program called the Jaguar Performance Driving Academy. You get 2 days of instruction with guys who have raced at the Indy 500. They've won the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Real race car drivers. We'll turn all the systems off. We'll teach you how to slide the car around. We'll show you what the systems do. Really teach you how to get the most performance out of this car in a safe manner. Because you don't just want to unleash a 550 horsepower car on somebody.
Absolutely not.
You got to teach them how to do it in a safe manner. But it really just helps them enjoy the car even more. Because driving on the street's fun, but on the racetrack is where this car is really going to come alive.
Do you have a top speed on this?
186 miles an hour, which is
186 miles per hour.
Yes.
Fast enough.
That is definitely fast enough to lose your license in all 50 states. That's why we send you to the racetrack. They're Pirelli Corsa tires. It's a new tire for us, developed specifically for this car. They're wider than on the regular XK. They're basically like a street legal racing tire. Very thin tread depth, big tread blocks, tremendous amount of grip. Really just helps you kind of keep the car stuck to the road, great feel on the track. You gotta have the spoiler to have the downforce at speed. At 186 miles an hour, you don't want your car starting to take off like an airplane. So the wing is actually functional. It's pretty aggressive, it's pretty in your face, but you need it for the racetrack. This is all pure racetrack technology. Things like the dive planes on the front, you're not gonna see that on street cars. That's technology we pulled right off of our race cars.
Actually, I don't know if you've seen the Red Bull stuff, but there are some guys that do want their cars to take off like an airplane. But I don't know if they're driving this kind of
We
a
don't
car.
think that's pretty good for the long term. I mean, the car still has a warranty. We don't want you taking off. Something like this is really competing with a boat. It's competing with a vacation home. It's competing with some exotic destination vacation. This is an experience that you're buying with this car. It's not just an automobile. It is a racetrack experience. So it's almost nothing really that it competes with on the road.
It's in a class of its own.
It is.
All right, thank you.
My pleasure.
You're watching Carlyle's Picks, and if you enjoyed this episode, definitely subscribe, thumbs up, comment below, and most importantly, share.